Let's freaking get it. What is up? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. How the frick are we doing? Happy Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. Yep. Let's get it. Another day, another opportunity. So today's a little different. Usually I talk about, like mindset and approach and stuff, but today I'm going to provide a different sort of value and talking about some quick tips to grow and tone your arms, especially for my guys out there, right? You want to have big arms, and ladies too. Ladies want the nice toned biceps, triceps, right? You don't want anything sagging under here. So today we're going to talk about a few tips on how to improve on that. So just give me 1 second while I get my podcast queued up. While you guys are tuning in, let me know how your day is going in the comments. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, live on 4 different platforms right now. So you know the vibes. Let's get it. Happy Thursday. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Boom. What is up, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Outfit. Let's get it. So today, I wanted to cover a little different type of approach and provide some actionable value as far as giving you guys some quick tips to grow and tone your arms. Okay. A lot of times I talk about like mindset and approach, which is great, right? But at the same time, I think it's important for me to touch on some tactical things. Now, the other day I posted a story, I put up a poll, asking what you guys wanted to see more. And I got a lot of votes on tips and tricks with exercise. And I'm going to cover some nutrition stuff as well. But I thought this was a cool, segment to start with, right? So with that being said, 3 tips to grow and tone your arms. Number 1, listen up, take notes if you guys are listening in. Number 1, supersets and drop sets are your best friend. What does that mean? A superset is performing one exercise and then performing another one right after with no rest in between. Extremely, extremely beneficial in order to stimulate new growth. A lot of times people go in the gym and they do the same routines over and over again, the same amount of reps, the same amount of sets, the same weight. And then they wonder why they're not seeing results and they wonder why they're in a plateau. Guys, if you're constantly doing the same thing every week, it's going to be very difficult to see results and progress. Why? Because your body is a machine and it adapts week by week. So if you're not sending new stimulus in there, your muscles going to be like, all right, we're ready for your ass. You're going to go on the bench and you're going to slap on 135 for 10 reps. We're prepared for that. So if you're never pushing past that threshold, it's going to be difficult for those, muscle fibers to really tear down, therefore grow. Because that's the thing, right? You go in the gym, you tear the muscle, you sleep and eat, and then it repairs itself. So that next week, it's prepared to lift that weight. That's what I'm talking about, progressive overload. And that ties into number 2, right? Tracking your weights used and adding 2 to 5 pounds every week will make a huge difference, guys. If you're not tracking your weights used, how do you know where you're at? Right? Does that make sense? If that makes sense, drop a comment while you guys are tuning in, right? Track your freaking weights. If you're not doing that, how do you know where you're at? There's so many different movements. There's so many different days. And that's an extremely, extremely valuable thing to try and do if you're not doing so already, right? So you should be adding 2 to 5 pounds to each exercise every single freaking week. So you're sending in that new stimulus. You're sending in those new types of movements with the different types of weights. So that, therefore, you could fucking grow. Brandon says, yep, tell these people if they ain't squeezing every rep for arms, they aren't going to grow. My man, Sal, appreciate you, brother. Yes, that's a fact. Mind-muscle connection, time under tension. Guys, I really don't lift that heavy. My joints are pretty banged up from playing college baseball or just being an athlete my whole life, honestly. My body is really taking a toll over the years. I don't lift as heavy as I can every day, each week. Are there days where I go in there and I try and push myself? Of course, obviously, right? But this is where the key concept is for a lot of people is tracking your freaking weights and adding 2 to 5 pounds to each exercise that you are doing. I'm telling you, it'll make a huge difference. It can be simple, right? We're talking about arms, right? So if you're using 20s or 30s every week, use 32. I'm getting a call. Hold on. These freaking people keep trying to call me. Sorry about that. They give you the call and they're like, yo, your car insurance is up. I'm like, dude, I pay it every month. What are you talking about? Like, I get these spam calls all day, man, annoying. But stay on topic, right? Track the freaking weight. So number 3, Switch up your exercises if you feel complacent. Now, I'm talking about tips to grow your arms, right? Grow tone, but at the same time, these concepts and these principles could also apply to pretty much anything that it is that you're doing inside of the gym, right? So, with that being said, switch up the movements. If you're someone who's always doing dumbbells and barbells, maybe go to machines, right? If you're someone who's always doing machines, maybe learn some barbell and barbell and dumbbell movements, right? You can't, like, guys, I can't stress this enough. You cannot be going in there every week and doing the same freaking routine. That's why I'm a huge believer in programming and trying to figure out what works best for you, because that's a trial and error process that takes time, right? Does that make sense? Drop a comment if you guys are tuning in. Let me know how your day is going. I want to hear from you guys. And at the same time, I have to pause the podcast because it only lets me record in 5-minute segments. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so with that being said, right, number 3, switch up your exercise if you feel complacent. A good gauge to that is lack of soreness, especially for those ones who are experienced in the weight room. If you're not feeling sore, a day or two after a workout, that's an indication that you need to try and switch things up maybe. And then at the same time, if you're not progressing on certain movements that you've been doing consistently, that's also another gauge to maybe say, all right, well, if I'm not gaining strength or putting on weight with this particular movement, maybe I got to try something different. Maybe, I need to try a different approach. And that's where having a coach comes in. Guys, I'm not trying to like freaking sell you on anything, right? I'm not saying that you need a coach to succeed. What I'm saying is you'd be surprised how much that could help. I have plenty of coaches. I have mentors. I have coaches. My whole life, I believed in that. Why? Because if you're not where you want to be, right, why would you continue to make the same choices and expect a different result? It's actually the definition of insanity, is continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different result. It's literally not practical at all, right? So hire a freaking coach, because they've already done what you want to do, and you could learn from them and then streamline the process. Because guys, the time is going to pass regardless, right? Time is going to move regardless of what you do. So it's like, yes, you could try it on your own, go through all those mistakes, and it'll take a lot longer. Or you could just learn from someone who's already done it and streamline the process and get there half the time. And maybe spend a little money and invest in yourself. That way you feel super confident doing so. That's my mindset, and that's my approach. That's why I believe in coaching, and that's why I have coaches myself, and I will continuously do that. And actually, with that being said, I haven't really told anybody this, but I'm considering doing a bodybuilding competition. So obviously, with that being said, I would need to hire a coach, because obviously I don't have the experience and the knowledge to do that, to compete on stage at a high level. So that's something I'm contemplating right now. Stay tuned for that. I'll obviously keep you guys updated. And then the last point here, guys, number 4, is keep showing up. This shit takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Now, I know you guys, some of you may understand that. But here's the thing. A lot of people want that instant gratification, right? Especially now, so with social media, you have everything at the palm of your hand so quickly, right? You go on TikTok and you could watch 30 videos in the matter of 5 minutes, right? Everyone wants everything now. And unfortunately, especially with this game of fitness, nutrition, and mindset, everything that I usually preach about, it takes time. And most people quit. Most people give up, and they stop when it gets hard. And that's why you're not where you want to be, right? I've been lifting weights since I'm 16 years old. So turned 25 2 days ago, or today is Thursday, right? Birthday was Tuesday. So I've been lifting now for almost a decade, and I learn something new every single day. Every single day. I really do. And I lean into that mentality of trying to be a student. Why? Because I understand how many things there are to see and learn and improve upon. It's a never-ending, process. And I think when you try to lean into it or look at it that way, it's really opens your mind, and it allows you to see, the vast amount of things that are there for you. And that's, in my mind, what makes it such a beautiful thing, because there's always things to learn, and there's always things to improve upon. And it really is just a tremendous thing. So again, last point, don't give up. Keep pushing. It'll take freaking months to see substantial progress. But again, the time is going to pass regardless. So like, where do you want to be in a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, right? type of person do you want to be? Where do you want to go? How do you want to see yourself? How do you want others to see yourself? I talk a lot about not caring about the opinions of other people or allowing that to hinder from doing the things that you want to do. But at the same time, it's like, what type of person do you guys want to be? And that's a choice that is in your control. So again, to recap, number one, supersets and drop sets are your best friend. Push yourself. Training is supposed to be difficult. Sometimes I have a hard time getting these words out because I do a lot of caffeine. I'm a big caffeine guy. I drink a lot of coffee, and there's days where I do both with the pre-workout. So again, to summarize, number one, supersets and drop sets are your best friend. Push yourself. Training is supposed to be difficult. Number two, track your weights, use and add 2 to 5 pounds each week. It will make a huge difference. Number three, switch up your exercises if you feel complacent. Lack of soreness is a really good indication, especially for my experienced lifters, that you need to make a change. Number four, keep showing up. This shit takes time. Most people quit and they don't keep pushing, which is exactly what keeps them complacent because they expect immediate gratification. So hope that helps, guys. Hope you guys got some value from that. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments. Boom. So we're going to wrap the podcast up there. That's done. Cool. So I'll hang out for a second. My next meeting is at 12, so I got a couple minutes. What's going on? Let me hear from you guys. Facebook, Instagram, right? LinkedIn, what's going on? YouTube. I didn't even know you could go live on YouTube. That's crazy. As you guys are tuning in, let me know how your day is going in the comments. I've said it like 6 times, but I do want to hear from my squad. I genuinely appreciate all my supporters. Much love always. Love to connect with you guys. If you guys have questions, drop me a question. I got a minute. Drop me a freaking question if you're on this live stream right now. If you're on this live stream and you want some more value, drop me a freaking question. Now, since I'm using StreamYard and I could only see, I don't know if I can see all the comments, but if you're on Instagram, I can see it. I don't know about the rest of the platforms, so I'm being honest. StreamYard is pretty difficult, but it can't post comments to some destinations. Yeah, it's a little tricky sometimes. So if you're on IG, you're getting a blessing right now because I'm on my phone. But I don't really see anything going on. Guess you guys don't want some value, so whatever. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to go peace out and get some food. Talk to you guys soon. As always, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Would love to help as always. So talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys have the best day of your lives. Peace.